Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, elderly folks near and far, animals of all sorts, horses, zebras, and other things with hooves, welcome to Monday, Day 9 Daily number 551, where we learn to be a better gamer, except today, where it's time to dick around. Oh, Sean, Day 9, you seem to be in such a good mood. Why is that? For so many reasons. First of all, I'm going to crack my neck into the microphone. Excellent. Another reason I'm so ecstatic. I have this scarf here for one of my favorite athletic teams. It's an ice hockey team. It is the Berlin Ice Bears. Who names themselves the Berlin Ice Bears? What a name! What a name! At least it's not as good as KTF when they, for one day, Team KTF, KT, the team that Flash is on, for one day, they were the KT Finger Boom. I kid you not. Finger, finger, and then boom, like an explosion. They changed it a day later. Ice Bears, still all up on the Berlin Ice Bears. So that's one reason we're amazing. Another reason we're amazing. I successfully accomplished just before starting Funday Monday, the 100,000 points in 10 minutes challenge on Text Twist. That will be uploaded to the archive because it is oh so hard and I am oh so vain. And I'm in oh and so such a good mood for one last reason. Can you guess it? Can you guess it? Do you have any idea? Because I have lost weight. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're raising up. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my waistline and manly bits. Now here's the thing. Generally, when you put pants on, you don't think about it. These are just the pants, right? These are the pants. Now for any of you who have ever embarked upon the quest of the weight loss, right? You're trying to lose a little weight. There's this great moment that happens, all right? When we lift up the shirt a little bit, when you have like so much slack that you can actually put both arms into it, okay? Do you realize how much this is like such an insane... This used to be my gut to go out to here, but look at that. Look at this. Yes, seriously, throw some pies in, my friends. Come on, I'll catch the pies with the pants I wear all the time. Feeling so good. Oh my God, like I could actually have a pocket on the inside of this thigh. No problem, let me reach in there and get it. Oh yeah, here is $1 because I knew you needed to borrow money for a donut. I can do that now. That is a task I can accomplish with these pants. All I gotta do is establish the fashion that it's okay to have pockets under your knees. Unbelievable. And of course, last but not least, another reason why we are in a fantastic mood today, it is Funday Monday. Yes. Funday Monday. A day that we have come to know and love. The day where we play StarCraft 2, not in a way that lets us win, but in a way that permits us to dick around. That is correct. And as I change my game on Twitch TV to say that we're actually exploring Heart of the Swarm, updated, I will now introduce the topic for today's Funday Monday. In this Funday Monday challenge, I propose the following. Just a little bit, just a tiny, teensy challenge. You may only attack using Nydus Worms. Oh, yes! Geez, I'm in a great mood. I mean, I knew I was in a good mood, but I'm in a great mood. I feel fantastic. That is good. We're going to watch some games today. We're going to have fun. I know Mondays are often a not-so-fun day, but whether it's the start of the work week for you or whether you are writing an essay in political science and it's not quite that interesting, don't worry, because for the next hour and a half, it's time to have dat fun. And also watch me stick my hands in my pants and look like some creature from Dead Space 3. You seriously would adjust the angle on that fusion cutter and remove my legs. And then you'd beat it with a stick. So the interesting aspect of today's Funday Monday challenge is that a lot of the games were just good. They were just amazingly well-executed examples of dat Nydus Worm action. We're going to look at one of these from Pillow Zerg up against Dr. Thug, and everything's going to be okay. Now, it's not quite typical at the beginning of a Funday Monday that I am so reassuring, I guess I would say. Normally Funday Monday, in the around dickery that we perform, normally has a sort of jovial-esque, let's kind of poke and prod fun and tell some stories, but the reason I'm being just a little bit reassuring this week, juste un peu, just a little bit kind, is that I know that some people are concerned about Thursday. It's going to be a hard day for a lot of people because Thursday is Singles Awareness Day. That's right. Thursday is a day whereby we celebrate our time alone on a regular old day. And on so many days we celebrate our time alone on a regular old day. Having fun, playing games, watching movies, reading Tumblr, refreshing Twitter, seeing Team Liquid, F5ing the front page of Reddit and clicking on blue links. We all do that. But on Thursday, we basically just feel bad for doing that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's all my fingers. Here's the thing. We are going to think of all the awesomeness that will occur on Thursday evening should we be a part of Singles Awareness Day. For any of you going out on dates, better make it good. Don't you fuck this up. This is Monday that you're watching it. You have 3 full days to do something with glitter and sequins for your significant other. And if you don't, what? You had the time. You could have done it. Listen, I know everyone has all those reasons and everything. You might think that you're not prepared and you don't have time to prepare, but don't worry. Later on in the daily, we will not only see one of the funniest games I've ever seen, but also hear the story of how I accidentally took a girl on a date. If I can accidentally give a girl an amazing date, you can intentionally give your lady or your man the Valentine's Day dinner of a lifetime. Let's hop into this game from PillowZerg and do a little pillow talk. Aw, yeah. Aw, yes. Just a show of numbers. In the chat, if you have someone you're dating, if you could type 1. And if you don't have someone you're dating, if you could type fuck. Just so I could get a visual poll. My God, my chat right now looks like the Matrix. If they program the Matrix with 1s and asterisks. Oh, it's so good. This is Dr. Thug, and he recently installed sound drivers, so we'll listen to those. Uh-oh, Houston, we have freezing. Oh, Houston, we're fine. Houston, what are you doing not sending a satellite into space and watching my daily? So anyways, looks like PillowZerg says the usual. Did you have a good Monday? Dr. Thug responds correctly. I did. Yes, I did. Alright guys, stop typing one or th in the chat because Incognitus, my wonderful modular mod, is going nuts. Dr. Thug says, and yourself. Oh yes, yep. I love Mondays with a double asterisk because he's so happy to type it twice. Dr. Thug doing the usual thing. Saying good to hear with a happy face. And of course, no doubt being a thug. We have PillowZerg getting a spawning pool up. Anyways, let's have a great game. Good luck, have fun. PillowZerg encapsulating all that is accurate in Funday Monday. Why would you not say, anyways, let's have a great game, GLHF? Why would you not do that? Right? Guys, throw me a pie. Throw me a pie. Just throw me. Do you want to? Oh, if I could just. Yeah, let me just tuck the shirt. Okay. I can say losing weight's actually not very hard. Isn't that the coolest thing? It's not, you just eat the healthy food. I didn't exercise. That's all that happened. Whew. Oh, PillowZerg, you're so beautiful. And Dr. Thug, even though you're the enemy, you're great too. I'm taking this sort of new age, it's a mix of new age, sort of free spirit love type thing where I value each individual as an entity that's having a positive influence on the universe, combined with that sort of samurai-esque honor and respect. Dr. Thug, it's not just that you are a venerable opponent, it's that you're amazing, and I would hug you. Oh, by the way, for any of you who would love a mix of adorable little schoolgirl crushedness and fantasy warrior samurai, just go look up Help Us Great Warrior. It is probably the greatest Tumblr ever. Alright. Dr. Thug doing the usual thing, going cannon, gate, gate, gate. Now, some of you know of the old school 4-gate, but, you know, Dr. Thug could possibly wall in and do a 4-gate of his own. In the meantime, we see Pillow Zerg with his drone ready here to, I don't know, to start mining. He's just showing up to the office that's in the middle of construction. No, he's going to build himself a spine crawler. Fantastic. Bejugular, baller, beyond all comparison. What a wonderful moment. You know what? Because today's amazing, can we just talk a little bit about complimenting? Can we just talk about that while I drink out of a jar? The tap water in LA is so good. I love it a lot. How often do you give compliments? This is absolutely essential that we talk a little bit about complimenting because it is Valentine's week. Maybe you have your hubby, you're thinking of saying something sweet to her. Whatever you do, don't tell her she's the most beautiful girl in the world. That's been said before. You have to think of something unique. Because if you go up to her and you say that, she's not going to have anything to tell her friends. Her friends are going to say, "How was the date?" And she's going to say, "Fine." You want to say something like, "Sweetie, if you were an animal in a petting zoo, I would pet you first. In fact, I wouldn't even consider petting any of the other animals. If you were just in a zoo and there was no sign that indicated it was okay to pet, I would try anyways." And then just stop and let that sink in. And then when her friends go up to her and say, "How was Valentine's Day?" she's going to say it was... She's going to have to take her friend to the zoo to get her to understand. Her friends are going to be at the zoo. They're going to go into one of those lorikeet cages where you get to fill up a ketchup holder with nectar. And the lorikeet is going to land on the girl's shoulders. It's so cute! And then the girl's going to be like, "And that's how my boyfriend made me feel on Valentine's Day." And she's going to be like, "Oh!" And the lorikeet on her shoulder is going to be like, "Damn!" Let's go back to the game. We'll talk more about complimenting soon. There's this interesting moment where in the middle of a story, you think, "Fuck, I need a punchline." And it may as well be a lorikeet going, "Damn!" Excellent. Yes. Pillow Zerg. Oh, I feel amazing. In the meantime, Dr. Thug's doing something with zealots. Basically, there's this... It's kind of one of these awkward things, you know, where you bought 3 gateways. You may as well make use of the 3 gateways. It's like one of those amazingly specific infomercial things. Like the, I was looking at those earlier, the titty bear and the Hawaii chair, and laughing at the ridiculousness of it. But if you buy it once, you may as well use it. So Dr. Thug justifying the existence of these 3 gateways by saying, "Well, this attack occasionally it just let me have the gateways, man. Just let me do it, man. The 1-1 coming, the gateways, a run, and Pillow Zerg doing what every Zerg would do in his right mind. Build roaches. 3 more zealots coming in. The justification is soon complete. Utilizing the art of micro pillow Zerg, who will no doubt give exceptional pillow talk to his lovely girlfriend. I hear Pillow Zerg Pillow Zerg might actually be a girl who's dating the most beautiful man ever. Chiseled jawline, a little bit of stubble, not too much, just the right amount. Enough to where she can point to her boyfriend and be like, he's not one of those weird cherubs that was popular on the Disney Channel. Just the right amount. And no doubt Pillow Zerg is going to say just the right pillow talk to make that man go, ooh, wiggle, wiggle, baby. I don't know why I'd say that. It's really weird. But he'd get all wiggly baby and be like, you make my heart do things. And she'd look at him and be like, damn, you're weird. Look, again, there's no punchline to a lot of these stories. We're just talking. Right now, Pillow Zerg's doing just fine. He's doing just fine. I was getting so distracted by the police, all my brain could come up with was, wiggle, wiggle. I hope I don't hear gunfire, because the LAPD have been going crazy tonight. Hydralisk Den going down from Pillow Zerg. You might think it's to make use of speed hydras, and you're right. God, you are brilliant. You see Dr. Thug doing his usual thugaliciousness. And per usual, anytime any number of immortals are combined with any number of sentries, all Zerg players say to themselves, oh, it's an immortal sentry all in. In the same way that any interaction or any eye contact with that girl you like immediately makes the average nerd go, oh, she's totally into me. You know, a lonely man doesn't need a lot to cling on to justify planning out the marriage. There's that moment where we're talking to a friend, it's like, dude, this girl, I really like her a lot. I like her so much, and you know what? I think she likes me too. And your friend says, really, what happened? And the guy says, I sent her a text and she responded. And then air stops leaving his mouth because his sentence is done. Because a period was implied. It's now your turn to respond to that. And you gotta go, oh! Go for it, man. Be yourself. Remember to be yourself. You do those statements that aren't fucking what? That aren't that, but are close. Where it's, hang in there, man. I'm glad she makes you happy. You ever said that to someone? I'm so glad she makes you happy. Oh my god. Anytime someone says that to me, I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're gonna have a fight. In the meantime, Pillow Zerg doing it right. Not one, but dos Nydus Wormos. Double the Nydus Worm, double the fun. Screw double mint gum. It's hard to chew that when our mouths are gaping wide open seeing the awesomeness. Double Nydus network in the main. Yeah. Counterattacking that third base. Here's the Nydus network farm. Getting thrown down. Damn! Yes! Pillow Zerg swinging in. Taking out pylons left and right. Removing gateways. Doing the juke-a-juke. Much like a high schooler on the basketball team who watches the NBA and thinks that as long as he dribbles between his legs that he is someone who deserves to be in the NBA. Until he fumbles it. And then it's a turnover. In the meantime, Pillow Zerg with the double puke out Nydus Worm rally lines. Getting all them Nydus networking going in. It's excellent by Pillow Zerg. It's actually conducive to excitement and boners in that order. Right now, Pillow Zerg's just continuing to do a little bit of dilly-dallying on the left and a little wiggle-wiggle-wallying on the right. This is fantastic. Pillow Zerg is essentially doing everything that we would ever want out of a Zerg player who's trying to do Funday Monday, the third Nydus network, because all of a sudden, it's no longer going to be a Nydus Worm. It's going to be the Nydus drill. And there it is, the Nydus drill. Just Nydus after Nydus after Nydus, Dr. Thug weeping hard. The Thug life didn't... Well, it did choose him. He didn't choose the Thug. He actually chose to be a doctor, and then the Thug life chose him. Is, I guess, what I'm trying to say. The badassness of Pillow Zerg The pillow talking, I guess we identified her as female. Pillow Zerg, she's on point. Nydus Network on the right, Nydus Network on the left, and her man's getting wiggle wiggle time with his chin that's cleft. I said this to rhyme, and that's important, because if I introduce a rhythm, I have to introduce rhyme. It's a rule that modern pop music just doesn't abide by in the slightest. So in the meantime, Dr. Thug doing his best. We got a Nydus Worm being planted in the middle of, you know, the front, because if there's units just going every which way, there's no reason we shouldn't have some way to pull back to the front. So now Dr. Thug's getting a little bit embarrassed. And by embarrassed, I mean he's ashamed of... He is embarrassed. He's embarrassed that Immortals are that good. Whew! Save that messed up sentence construction. Excellent. So now Dr. Thug, in a moment of desperation, begins to advance forward. We have Stormers. We have Immortals. We have more units being produced. And of course, Pillow Zerg, doing her best to produce as many roaches, upgrades, hydras as possible, rallying towards those Nydus networks. And you might think that the onslaught is over. You might think that Dr. Thug is getting ready to prepare the counterattack of a millennia. Well, I don't remember, you guys. I only watched this game a few hours ago, and I watched hundreds of other ones as well. So there's the teasing of the push. The flank from all sides. Roach Hydra, the unbeatable heart of the Swarm Death Force. Yeah! Aw, yeah. And that's what's oh so fun, is that this is not just us attacking at the front. This is not just us defending his big pushes. This is us bringing the noise. That unit's lost tab, getting huge. We've killed 7 workers. It was worth it. It was worth it. Now Dr. Thug, tragically, embarrassedly down to under 100 supply. Oh my god. Nydus Worm's going everywhere. You know, it's time to hit plus, plus, plus. So that way we can achieve the stunning conclusion of this game, and as a result, the stunning conclusion of Part 1. Archons being made. Overseers spotting up on the high ground. Loading up. Pooping out units on the right, pooping out units on the left, exploiting the ramp, ×8 speed. Let's do this. Target fire, target acquired. Pulling back, shooting left, shooting right. There's no synonyms for left and right. Maybe I could be like à gauche and pas à gauche. Either way, Dr. Thug, having been forced to defend and defend and defend, with no money in the main, no money at the natural, no base at the third, performs a desperation counterattack. With everything he has, hurls it at Pillow Zerg. And very quickly, we start to see that Protoss units are quite good. There's not even charge on these Zealots. Zealot Archon at its finest. Zealot Archon without speed should be called basically Archon. Storms, a good spell. Casting Storms, a useful skill to have. And at this point, Pillow Zerg slowly loses. And that is the storyline that we are going to be examining today. Perfect execution of Nydus Network play. And just to note, if you lose the Nydus Networks and all the Nydus Worms, I'm pretty sure all those things die. Pretty sure they all die. Immortals work well against all Zerg units. There's like a little counterattack, but this is like pretty much all the Zerg has. So of course we kill the bases, we try to flank with buildings, and with some nice storms. And never mind! Pillow Zerg is awesome! Her man loves her. Her Valentine's Day gift of annihilation is complete. Aw, yeah! And of course, the fine man. The fine man's supportive of Pillow Zerg, thinking, oh my god, a girl who is an expert at StarCraft 2. Destructing the enemy with unique tactics and defense. It's time for me to build a Nydus Worm. Well, Part 1 ended with a dick joke. When we come back, we're going to be into Part 2, where we see games that are a little bit less stable and a little bit more fun. See ya in about 3 short minutes. 3. Just 3.